Hello everybody. Welcome back to Gaming with Stog, and today I'm continuing where I left off in the last video, showing you how I completed my first in-ground dump zone. Now you saw in the last video the first one was already complete, so I'm showing you how I made it by making the second one here. And unfortunately, that's all the footage I have, so you don't get to see me make the third one. But after I do test it with the tunneler and the loader, you will see me come back and show you the tour underground here of how everything is hooked up and how it looks completed from the top and the bottom. So stick around for that. So this part is pretty self-explanatory, but right here, as you can see, I was trying to build a wall and I was having a lot of issues aligning it, but that was my bad. I just wasn't aiming at the right place. I should have been aiming at the ceiling, and that would have given me my wall right away instead of trying to aim at the wall where there's already a wall in place. No, live and learn. I was new, very new. And here's my gigantic hopper. I've got a huge hopper over here, another huge hopper over here, and a third one beside it, which extend all the way over here. Now this is eventually going to be like a floor right here that's going to match all this. And all these hoppers are hooked together, and they feed out here to 3 elevators that take it to the surface. So this is just a quick loader test. I want to make sure that the system is working well, and I wanted to make sure that the loader was efficient down here with this system. Just 2 scoops, not going to be too long, folks. Then I move on to the tunneler test, which was more impressive in my opinion. I think I was just decimating that dirt because I could just leave the cutting head on, leave the back end open. It would just yeah. I cleared quite a bit of this with the tunneler before moving on to a larger piece of equipment. So here comes the tunneler testing, and again, not too long, and it's three times fast forward. But look at that. Now, I was inexperienced, and my cutting head kept turning off because it was overloaded. I was moving forward too fast. I have it in high gear. Yeah, when I do leave the cutting head on, I can just keep moving forward, man. It was awesome. Looking at it now, I wonder why I didn't do it longer. It looks like fun looking at it. Alright, so I'm going to try to do the best I can to explain this because I'm watching a video from almost 2 years ago. And I remember how I made it, but I don't remember how I was explaining it in the video back then. So I'm going down this first hopper, the one that you guys first saw that was built. And this one goes out that way to the south and connects to the elevators. The other 2 hoppers are going northern direction. They send the stuff north and connect to a merger right here. So that's the fire hopper coming in on the left, and the second hopper in the middle connects to the right of this one. So there's the hopper in the middle. Here's a look between the second and third hopper, the fire one. There's the fire hopper having a loop. It creates a loop that goes all the way around. I have no choice because you have to bring it around to the other side of the first hopper to connect it to the merger. There's the loop. It goes through here, and all of this was pickaxed, by the way. Like I said, in that 14-hour streak of pickaxing, this is what I did. So it comes out here and connects to the right side of the merger. There's your merger. And the other one connects to the left side of the merger. And that's basically it, man. That was my first in-ground system, which I used I think for almost a year. I may have modified it later. I know I modified it later, but like I used this system to clear a lot of dirt. Like even once I was working on the second floor, I cleared a lot of the second floor using this system, just bringing the dirt back up the ramp. And so I got my money's worth out of it, that's for sure. All right, moving on to the next step. We're bringing in the L2335 Loader. I got sick of using the tunneler, so we're going with the largest loader in the game, and we're going to try and fit it in this tiny hole. Not down here, but up top, because it's nowhere near big enough to fit that thing. Progression from the last time, I've decided to make walls and a roof here. For my tunnel. And make it large enough to fit this, the largest loader in the game. And so this is the same conveyor system I had running before. 3 massive troughs there, 3 massive hoppers. My inexperience here, you'll see that I delete quite a bit of dirt as I drop it on the concrete. But it wasn't the end of the world. I just wanted to open up this cave so I can fit this loader inside. So basically what you're watching here is I'm trying to clear all of the dirt up to the wire mesh. Once I've hit the wire mesh, I'm going to get out of the loader, go break up the mesh, get rid of it. And, oh, wait, maybe a little bit too much. I wanted to expand my ceiling here. Damn. All right. Yeah, so my plan was to expand the ceiling before that happened, but I failed. It caved in before I could. And so you don't need to jump up in the shovel to do this. One reason I chose 7 high is because you can build your roof from the ground. You don't have to jump. You don't have to climb on anything or build up to do it. You can access the roof and build it from 7, from like, you know, at a 7 high. The other reason is it gives me the fullest extent of reach for the L2335. Like fully extended up, you can clear 7 blocks. And sometimes 8, but just to be safe, 7. So 7 blocks high, 7 ramps long. That seems to be the magic number here for everything for this mine, for reach, for the loader. So as I was saying, the whole thing that I'm doing here is I'm just clearing out any dirt to get up to the wire mesh that I have that was currently preventing cave-ins. As you can see there in the back, you just saw a bit of mesh. And once I have reached that mesh, I break it up, I get rid of it, and then just keep removing dirt to expand this place. I know it's dark, I know it's hard to see, and I purposely did not adjust the lux or the LUT or whatever you call it, because this is how I was playing. You're seeing what I'm seeing. And I found it very dark and very difficult to do at times, but that is the game. Right? I should have maybe put up lights. I didn't like the lights on the loader. It seemed to make things more difficult. But this goes on for a little bit there, and I just keep removing. Right here, I was having trouble getting into the shovel as you're trying to like jump into the shovel, but then every jump you make, your cursor is aiming somewhere different. Then you go to jump again, but my jump button is also the enter button, so it would go into the loader. Super annoying. So you'll see that in the next video, I've got pretty much all this cleared out, or most of it, and the loader is actually in the cave fully with a little bit of space to move around. And from that point on, this mine's gonna take off. With this loader inside, it won't be long until I start really expanding and you'll really start seeing the shape take, the mine take shape in these next couple of videos. Thanks for watching. Hope you'll be back for the next one. Ciao.